Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name's 1000 Colors, and today we're going to do a quick tutorial on how I do my thumbnails. Okay, so basically this is going to be the end product, and this is what I'm going to teach you guys to do. It's really simple. Basically, all you have is your text, drop shadows, logo, and then the background image, of course. I'm going to try and be as quick and thorough as I can. If I miss anything, please let me know, and then I'll do like, you know, like a V2, like a thumbnail V2 tutorial and all that. But you know, this is just gonna have to do for now. So basically, what I do is I have like the text, and then I have the thumbnails, and I have the drop shadows and all of that. But I'm going to show you guys how to do all that in a second. But first, I'm going to show you guys how I do the text. So you click on the text tool, and then you do that, and then write whatever you want, pretty much. This font is pretty much all the fonts that I use. By the way, I'm writing 1000 Colors Plays because that's what I do. But you guys do it however you want, like your username and plays, whatever. So, oh no, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I was gonna say, pretty much all of the newer thumbnails, only my first few videos have, like fonts that are from the computer. But you will not find this font on the computer, or you probably won't. I downloaded this off the internet, but I'm gonna show you guys how to do that at the end of the video, because some of you guys already know how to do that. But if you guys don't, just stick around till the end of the video. So basically, I do that, and the text looks really flat at the moment because it has no drop shadow. But we're just going to leave it there, and then I'm going to write, you know, part 1 as well. I'm just going to do all the text, get all that out of the way. And I usually put the logo there first, and then I do the text, but just for the sake of this, the structure of this video, I'm going to do all the text first. Okay, so basically this is going to look really unbalanced and going to look kind of terrible. Because I don't want to put like too much time into it. So yeah, basically that's what I do, and I have the logo, as you can see here, but you guys probably don't. So we're gonna just go back, and we already have the logos here, but we're just gonna go back to the Googles, and I'll show you guys what you should search up. So the first thing that you would search up would be, say if you're doing a Let's Play for The Wolf Among Us, it would be The Wolf Among Us logo. That's right. And as you can see here, this is the third one on the search. Because what you want one with a white background. Because the first one, like that's not transparent. As you see, it has a background, and you don't want to use that one. So basically, you want to find one that has these little checkered squares at the back. I don't know why it has little lines, but it's not very important at the moment. But you want to get one that has like checkers in the background. So yeah, you click on like view image, and as you can see here, the checkers have disappeared, and it's just white. But don't freak out. Just download it anyway, and then like get it from your folder, wherever it may be, and then just drag it, just drop it and drag it to wherever you want. As you can see here, the logo is very, very small at the moment. So what you want to do, you want to click on the resize tool or scale tool, and then you want to do that. But when you guys do that, that link's going to be broken, and that means you do not keep the aspect ratio, and you want to keep the aspect ratio. So just go ahead and click on that, and then make it bigger. So you either do that, and it just, you know, it makes it bigger, and you can actually see it. It will probably make it at least a little bit blurry because you're making it bigger and stretching out the pixels. But it's not going to make a massive difference if it's something like that on such a little, like, thumbnail. Basically, the thumbnails may even be smaller than that, but you know, you want to make sure your text is big enough so you can see it. The logo is big enough so you can see it. Something interesting happening on the side is always helpful. Well, for me it is. That's how I do it, at least. Others may do it differently, but this is just how I do it. And you want to make sure people can see everything. But like how the test that you can like type in more different like things like 5%, which is kind of ridiculous because you wouldn't really be able to see a lot of thumbnails at that size, but you know, you want to make it look interesting, at least from about there, at least. So yeah, that's how you test it out to see if it looks good and all that. I always do that if I finish editing and all that, make sure everything's sized properly, and then I go back and I zoom out and see if it looks okay. If it doesn't look okay, mess around with it a little bit more and keep on testing. Don't get too impatient when this happens. If you need to take a break, please take a break. Because you want to produce the best thumbnails that you could possibly produce, because that's really what will bring in the audience in, like, if they see your video on the sidebar or something, they'll see the thumbnail and go, oh, that looks cool, I'm going to click on it. And that's usually how it happens. Or if someone comes across your channel, they're going to go, oh, this art looks really cool. I want to see more. Like, I'm sure, like, they look professional and all that. But anyways, that's how you get the logo the first way. But if you cannot find a logo, the way you do it is you go out and then you look for like the logo. Say I can't find the logo if I look up the Wolf Among Us logo. So the best next bet or whatever that you like, the next thing you want to try is the name of the game and then PNG. And then that comes up as the first thing on the search, which is pretty cool. And it's pretty much the same one, and you do the same things and you download it and that. If that doesn't work, look up logo PNG. That may help as well. But if none of those help, and the only way to get the logo is by editing it and doing it manually, just look up the Wolf Among Us logo or whatever logo, and try and find one that would probably be easier to do. Say for that one, I reckon that one would be a bit easier to do. So you click on it, open it, and that actually looks pretty hard to do. So I'm gonna go back, and we're gonna go to like the top and use something from the top. So you click on that, view image. I want to save that. I'm going to blurt out my name because I do not want to disclose it to the public. So Let's Plays. I'm just going to block out the whole thing until you get to the Let's Plays bit. And yeah, so this whole bit's going to be blocked out. But anyways, you don't need to hear me ramble on about that. So I'm going to go into the Wolf Among Us. I'm really organized with my stuff, so all that. Thumbnails. And then I'm gonna save it there. So you go back and then you find it. Then you have to find it. So here it is. I'm just going to drag it here. And here it is. So I'm going to zoom in so I can see better. And yeah, so as you can see, you don't really want to plonk that into that. Like, you really don't. So I'm going to check the format. This is a PNG actually. So I'm pretty sure if you rub it out, there should be checkers. I don't know why it isn't there, but oh well. I think I figured a way how to fix that. So basically what you do, you want to select that with the rectangle tool, go to select, invert, and then delete. That's what I do anyway. Next thing you want to do, you want to select the magic wand, or fuzzy select tool as it calls itself. And then you want to select stuff, and then you want to delete it pretty much. So you want to click on that, hold shift, and then just keep on selecting stuff until you're happy with the end result. So we're just going to go ahead, and I don't want to do that much. I still want to keep a bit of the drop shadow, even if you have to sacrifice a bit of the drop shadow or all of the drop shadow, because the logo comes with its own drop shadow. Just do it. Just sacrifice it. Because it will be easier for you to deal with if you get rid of it. So we're just gonna select everything we can. So yeah, it pretty much auto selects a lot of it. So yeah, this is okay. There we go. I just had to drag it. It's not responding. Okay, and then I'm gonna press delete, and then that's the background, and so you pretty much go ahead, do that, keep on deleting. Actually, no, you want to select the whole thing. What am I doing? No, what am I doing? I really don't know what I'm doing. Select the whole thing. and then delete, and you want to go ahead and do that. I'm not doing a very good job right now, but oh well, just pretend I did it. Okay, so, you know, you've done it, you've gotten rid of all of the little things, you've even manually gone and fixed it yourself, and all that. So basically, what you want to do, you want to, or what I do is copy it, so you want to, I don't know if you can copy the layer, but you want to click on the layer, then hold Control and then press C, which is copy, and then you want to press Control V, which pastes it, and it pastes to a floating layer. I don't know why nothing is there. I'm pretty sure I just did it wrong. Then so instead we're gonna select all of it, copy it, and then Control V there. And there we have it. We have something at least. So yeah, it came up white, but because it's a PNG, it can be transparent. So what you want to do, you want to click on the magic wand and then just press delete, and then it should all delete and it should all be fine. And you can go ahead and fix it yourself and do all that, but I don't have time to do that at the moment, so I'm just going to drag that here, click the resize tool, and make it bigger. For some reason it's bugging out on me, and it is crashing a lot for some reason. So we're just going to wait a second, and I'll be back in a second when it starts responding. Okay, we're back, and so it crashed on me. It wouldn't respond, and it was really annoying me, so I just went out of it and said stuff it. So, yeah, I guess we're just gonna leave it to that. Hopefully it doesn't happen for yours. You should be constantly saving when you're doing stuff. Like, anything really, you should be constantly saving. But anyways, I'm gonna show you guys how to do drop shadow, even, like, because I may as well. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how to do the drop shadow. What was I doing? Okay, so I don't want to do that. So let's just delete them so they're out of the way because I don't want them. So you click on the layer that you want, then you go into filters, light and shadow, and then drop shadow. And then you fix it to whatever settings you want. These are just the settings I use. I'm pretty sure I use 20 or I use 15 or something. It really depends. Most of the time I just use these, and then you click on it, and then you do the same thing. At first I didn't do a drop shadow for the logo because it already has its own drop shadow, but I'm going to do it anyway because it does give it a bit of a pop. Like, if you zoom out and then and then turn it on and off, you can really notice a massive difference. Like, yeah, it's really flat and kind of hard to see, but then you add a drop shadow and it does make it a lot easier to see. That only usually happens, it's like, I mean, it's more effective to use a drop shadow if the contrast is, like, really hard. Like, it's easier to read, you know, black on white or white on black, but when it's, like, purple on purple, I mean, like, you know, purple on pink or something like that, it can be hard to read. Like, look at that. That can be kind of difficult to read, so the drop shadow really does help. Anyways, we're going to skip ahead. We've pretty much finished the tutorial for the thumbnail, but we're just going to go to, like, how I get my fonts and that. So, I'll bring up Google in a second for you guys, and, yeah, I'll show you that. Okay, so here we are, and, with The Wolf Among Us, or with any of my series, I choose a fitting font. Like, this is a comic book font, and I thought it suited, you know, The Wolf Among Us, because The Wolf Among Us is based on a comic book called Fables. So yeah, I thought, oh, you know, I want a comic book font that's not too childish, but is still a comic book font. So what I went and did was, I went in and looked up comic book fonts, and for me it already comes up because it's in my history. But if you click on the first one there, it doesn't come up with options, it just comes up with one, which is like the comic book font. You guys can use that one, but that is not the one that I want to use, and that's not meant to do that. But, it's really annoying. Why Google? Google's just pissing off everyone lately. You know, with the Google Plus and all that, and hopefully they're fixing it soon. But, yeah, and I want to, click on something. Just click on it. Jeez. I don't know what's going on. I'm just really tired as well, so I'm really agitated. And why is there a space in URL? That's not meant to be there. That bothers me. Anyways, you're gonna look through all this stuff. So, say I want to download Kids Play. I'm gonna download it. I'm gonna, yeah, I'm gonna download it. And as you can see, it downloads really, really quickly. You're gonna need WinRAR for this, so if you do not have WinRAR, I would definitely suggest getting it now because you actually need it. So, I'm going to save it into, that's really annoying to do. Okay, fine. I'm gonna do that and cut. I can use the keyboard, but I'm not really using my left hand at the moment. And then I'm going to paste here. And then right click it again. And then extract to whatever. Which was Jonathan, so it's J. And then you click on that thing. And then it comes up and then you press install and it installs it. And I don't want to install this and I want to delete it because I'm probably never going to use it. So I'm just going to get rid of it. And there we have it. So yeah, that was basically the tutorial. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, if you download a font, if you download a font while GIMP is up or something, you're gonna have to save your work, close GIMP, and then reopen GIMP for GIMP to recognize and register the new font. I freaked out at first. I was like, oh, why isn't it, doing that? But yeah, just have to make sure that you restart GIMP after, after downloading a font. But anyways, I'm pretty sure that does it for the tutorial. If I missed anything, please let me know. Then I'll do a thumbnail tutorial V2, which will be pretty much the same thing, except improved or something like that. But yeah, I hope you guys learned from this. Even if you didn't and you just wanted to watch it, then I want to say thank you for watching anyway. But I hope I helped you guys. And if you guys have any questions or anything, let me know. If you guys want me to do thumbnails for you, I'd be more than happy to. Pretty much all that stuff. If you want help with your stuff, feedback, suggestions from me or something, feel free to just send me a message. If you just want to say hi even or something, just feel free to message me because I really, really do appreciate it. And it's saying that I should change the color scheme, and I don't want to, so keep the current color scheme and don't show this message again. Anyways, Windows sometimes pisses me off, and hope you guys enjoy this video, and good day, good night, and farewell.